In Matthew 23, it says, "Call no man father." Well, that sits on Moses' seat, which is basically just a priest or any spiritual leader in Christ. um, but Matthew 23, it says, for those types of people, call no man father, for we have one Father who is in heaven. Call no man master, and see, master also can mean sir or something like that. Now, Paul wrote that we do have the right to become masters and fathers and so forth, but we shouldn't take that title from other people. So, like, when someone calls you sir, and this is one thing, this is part of my, I don't know, I'm deaf sometimes. Like, well, literally, I am deaf. I've blown half of my eardrum already, so playing music and stuff when I was in my metal band. But like when people are talking to me, sometimes I'm just deaf. I don't know. Just happens that way. But sir is an acronym for master, so I don't really care to be called sir. Also says do not be called rabbi, or which is teacher. Now we have the right to be these things, but we don't have the right to be called these things. According to Yeshua. Because ultimately that title belongs to Jehovah. And Moses' seat technically isn't even priesthood, because the priesthood was from Aaron. Moses was considered a Mashiach or a king, prophet. But yeah, I've mentioned this before. This is one problem with the Catholic Church. This is one reason why I left, is because ironically, why are we calling the priest father? Like Father John or Father Jim, whatever, you know? Should just be John or Jim. If you want a title, just call yourself pastor or call yourself a priest or a bishop. But as far as a lot of the other titles within the Catholic Church, like cardinals and popes, those don't exist in the Bible. The church is supposed to be one accord itself. It's not supposed to be a pyramid leadership, essentially. It's just supposed to be one accord. You know, there's many offices within the church. And really what the church is, the church itself is a fellowship. It's not even like today we go to church. People go to church, you know. They listen to one man speak. You break bread, drink wine, and then you go. There's no fellowship in that. If you study the early church, you will actually find out that there was a lot more fellowship and a lot more speaking. Like it was like a meeting. not what we have today. Today is, you go in, like I said, you go into this building, you listen to the ceremony thing, and you're also surrounded by a bunch of idols, and just it makes no sense. And then like I said, I went to my brother's wedding, and all of a sudden they're bowing. Everybody's bowing to the priest now. Like, come on. I grew up Catholic though. I left, like I said, I left the Catholic Church. After I left the Catholic Church, I actually studied Islam. And then I dug deeper because I was actually falling for Islam. But I dug deeper and just, if you really study the history of Islam, you'll understand that Islam is a Catholicism hustle. Now, that being said, though, I don't have an issue with someone who is a Muslim. I can still get along with a Muslim. But, yeah. But I also used to study Buddhism and stuff like that too. Well, I still do this. It's called sun gazing, which is basically you just sit there and you stare at the sun directly, and it actually feeds you, like you're eating food and shit. Like, it feeds you the vitamins that you need. But you also have to be drinking a lot of water and stuff too. There's a lot more to it than just staring at the sun. But that eclipse that happened, you know, that moment you're not supposed to look at the sun directly. I was looking at the sun directly without my glasses and stuff. Still not blind, but I don't know. That was a cool experience. But yeah, that's it for now. Peace.